We patent everything. If you take our shit, we sue for much money.
For much money.
Much money, yeah. We
Much,
have
a lot.
From
Fucking a
Medellin,
lot.
bro.
High amounts.
What do you mean? What do you mean a lot? We sue for as much money as they made. That's what we get. That's how.
Okay.
That's how
God, why you gotta be so technical, Joe?
That's
Oh
how-
my god.
that's how it
Oh my
happens.
god,
I'm
Joe, you
just-
just ruined everything. You know that, Joe? You were just fucking everything. You know that?
But what? I'm just saying.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
You sue for how much they made, and then you can sue for.
No one
People-
gives a shit,
No,
though.
thing is, right? I could just see Greg and Meatball like having.
Why
a
are you so
musical
mean,
song.
Brandon? Huh? I'm just telling you how much money you can make. God.
Jesus.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, me neither. I'm reading fucking this shitty ass Zanpakuto's storyline when I could literally be reading about Ichigo right now. It's hilarious.
Itchy nose.
Wait, Ichigo's not really in Bleach
shit.
anymore?
Itchy nose Kurosaki.
Not in fucking the manga. He
Man,
just
that guy was
apparently
right.
he's a side character.
That guy said after like 300, Ichigo would not really
So
be in
the
fucking
stories, you know.
Right?
They're just
Brandon, go.
you're recording
Oh,
it.
Joe, are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Alright, Brandon.
Alright. Okay.
Original OC's doing
Hi,
stuff.
guys. I'm Brandon. Hi, Brandon. I know Brandon. Anyway. Okay. This story is a future's tale, written and illustrated by Brandon, directed by Brandon, sewn by Brandon, narrated by Brandon. The story takes place in a prologue. All you hear is a voice. The voice is reading a letter saying, I wrote the letter on my phone. I'm trying to pick it up right now. All right. Dear grandfather, it's been officially 2 months since I started off on my journey to become a great hero. I know there a lot of stuff I need to do, but then, wait, I fucked up. I know stuff I need to do, but then something amazing happened to me. Something amazing that I have to tell you. My future's tale. And then opening pops up.
Do the music.
You gotta get to opening later. You get to opening later.
Do the music.
The open later. Alright.
Whoa.
Okay. Obi comes in later and all that stuff. Alright. A future's tale main character is episode 1. Episode 1 is you see a young man, a young skinny boy. He's black. You may know him. He goes by Brandon. Young Brandon is on a journey to become a hero. Being a hero has always been his dream because his grandfather was a magnificent hero. You may have known him. His name is King Arthur.
Goddamn car alarm. Sorry.
Joe. So, he want to be a great hero. Want to be a hero that everybody can look up to, right? So, he set off on his journey. It's been officially 2 months. He is very poor. The only way he can make money is to do jobs. Jobs are not coming in anymore. One day he's walking and you see this very old lady. That's not very old lady. A very old man. In the middle of the road, he asks the old man why he is not like at home right now, or why he's in the middle of the woods. He says that that goblin had taken his all his money and his keys to his house. So being a young hero, Brandon he went to go find the goblin. After defeating the goblin and taking back the money and the keys, he gave back to the old man. The old man gave him a potion. He said, and I have the riddle right here. With this potion, you can see your future, your past, and your present. Take this, and always remember, you stay true to yourself. Brand was thoroughly creeped out by this, so he just took the potion and left. Later on that night, he had no food, nothing to drink, so he decided to drink the potion, right? And then he went into a giant daze. Like he was on some shit. Like he was sipping on some lean, and he saw all he remembers was at the point all you see it's like a giant blue flash, and then like a blue wormhole, and then all you see is Brandon drop from the sky into a giant city. This city is New York during the Industrial Revolution. This is when shit gets fucking real. During the Industrial Revolution, imagine the Industrial Revolution, but magic and dragons are still a part of it. It's kind of like that. So
Okay.
you see, um, magic had been, instead of using like steam or electricity, is like magic is like in a condensed form. Like you can like in a controlled form, and like magical objects. Um, magic is a part of your body, is a part of your hand, and magic is so wild that you need a conductor to use magic in this world. So, Brandon falls from the sky, and when he wakes up, he sees fucking Sylvia, alright?
I
Big
like where
boob,
this is going.
big boob girl, silver hair, fucking, fucking chest size watermelons,
All
fucking,
original.
hey, stop, he's harem, he's fucking harem, alright?
I
He's
mean,
a
there's
fucking
only one
harem in
girl,
this,
so it's not a harem.
I mean, there's more girls, shut the fuck up.
So it's a harem.
There's a lot of
Yes.
Sylvias.
I appreciate you.
Alright, he's gotta get back to the story. He's gotta get back to the story.
He sees Sylvia, and Sylvia asks him, "Wow, you just really funny." And then it's just a girl just looking down on him
I'm sorry,
as he was sleeping. So Brandon gets all reddish and backs up and like, what? Where am I? Where is this place? And then you see his arm is like a little broken from the fall. So to Sylvia takes him to a building. In this building is there's a doctor slash engineer named Albert. Albert comes into play. Albert take a look at his hand. He gave him the little wraps thing. I don't know what you call that.
Gauze.
Yeah. He gave him that, and he Brandon asks, "What is this place? Where's the woods? What happened to the woods?" And Albert, being the smart aleck he is, because he's also a scientist, fucking, by the look of my clothes, he told, "You're not from here, aren't you?" And he asked me, "What year is this?" And I'd say, I forgot the year I put down, but that year is fucking accurate.
So far, it's just 6.
Huh?
Keep going.
So-
Keep going.
No, keep going.
Yeah. Oh, so he asked him what year is this, and I forgot what the year was, but it's 1760. He says 1760, and like, how did you get here? And all you see is like he has a migraine, and he has flashbacks, and have a headache, and everything is just like a giant blast from him. And all you remember is this is just a blue light, and that's all he remembers. That's what he told Albert. I was like, interesting. So he takes Brandon to the main guy, the kingpin, the whole leader of the building. The leader of the building is fucking Silver, right? Sylvia's older, much weaker, non-big breasted brother.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Nuke.
And Silver introduced himself to Brandon, and And once Brandon explained his situation to Silver, you're like, well, it seems like you jump time. Time is a very fragile thing. He goes to a whole speech about time and fucking shit, like because he knows everything. And and as Brandon look out the window in the big apartment, all you see is dragons with steam engine fucking wings, fucking flying around. You see magic shops selling magic items. Everybody, it's like a giant city, and it's just New York at its finest with dragons and magic. And it's still under a dictatorship by the high. I'm calling him High Ruler, but I know that's not original, but he's High Ruler. Uh, no one knows exactly where the High Ruler came from. He's just a man that came with a steam, like a robotic arm on his left hand that been taking the whole city by storm. He trying to take over the whole city and become basically the next king. Um, that's when Silver tells him that he should probably never come back to his building again, and then he kicks him out. So Brand's on the streets alone, but he left his sword in the building. Now Albert takes a look at his sword, and all you see is Albert smile a little bit. As Brand's walking around, Sylvia follows him, and they have a cute conversation with each other. Fucking harems. And all you see, a bunch of gang members take Sylvia and leave. Now Brandon fucking dashes to that bitch. But he had no sword, he had no weapon, and these guys are carrying magical weapons like fucking crazy. So they he still shoot the hands, but when the guy was about to strike Brandon from behind, so when you're about to strike Brandon from behind, a magical shield pops out from Brandon's hands, blocking the hit and reflecting everything back. Silver was there to witness this occasion, and in fact, he said Brandon is the only human alive right now that can condense magic into a physical form without using a magical item. So he smiles at him, and he explains to him what he does. So Silver owns an organization called Endgame. Endgame is an organization that stops evildoers and anybody that want to do harm to the city. In a place where corrupt cops, politicians, poor, hungry, not mentioning all the goblins that still run around, all dragons is a main part of transportation. They are a company, they're an organization that helps the city of New York. And then he asks Brandon to be a part of this new organization. Brandon gladly accepts because Brandon still wants to go back home, but he feels like by doing this organization, he has they'll help him find a way, and he will still do some good in this world. So Brandon switched out his raggedy, old, fucking old ass clothes and shit, and Sylvia got him some brand new fucking clothes. Now Brandon now wears fedora, fucking suit and tie. That's what the organization fucking wears. Everyone wears suit and tie and fucking dress and shit. And it ends with there's it ends with him writing a letter to his grandfather saying there's not the end yet. There's so much more to come. There's so much of this future I have to tell. That's episode 1. Now I'm gonna speed through all this shit. He meets um he meets fucking Joe. Joe is his partner. Everybody gets a fucking partner. Joe is a partner. He meets uh fucking and each episode after that there's like he's with somebody else, making a connection, making a bond with someone else. Later on, he meets like the whole thing. He meets Meatball. He meets fucking Stevie, fucking Ethan, fucking. He meets the whole fucking crew, and all of them have special powers and fucking abilities to do more than any other human can succeed in. Albert modifies fucking Brandon's sword, so now Brandon can use his magic to the sword to activate its main ability. So it's like a pizza cutter. It's like a sword that opens up and like fucking turns into a fucking like a motorized scythe. Not motorized scythe, like a chainsaw. Like a fucking chainsaw. Later on he does meet the All Ruler, and the All Ruler offer him a way back home. Uh, Brandon is feeling a little neglected because he don't take on a lot of big missions like a lot of the other Endgame people uh, accepts the but still like feels like he's doing so much more in this world, so he declined the offer. This is not pleased well with the All Ruler, so the All Ruler brought back the All Ruler brought somebody to persuade him to challenge him to a fucking duel. He brings out fucking Greg. Greg was his kid friend from the olden days before he got sucked into to New York. They both went on their journey at the same time, but their paths differentiated. Um, during the Civil War between the end game versus the All Ruler crew, Brandon does fight Greg. Tears will be said, and Brandon defeats Gregory, nearly nearly chopping off his right hand during the fight. Greg chopped off the right hand during the fight. Uh, the only reason he didn't die is because Brandon got a new ability called Hero's Last Light, with every time he gains damage, he doubles that damage times 100. All right, he's fucking OP. Which took down Gregory for sure. Um, Meanwhile, when that fight was going on, Silver was fucking fighting the All Ruler, and All Ruler was beating Silver's ass. It was a one-sided fight. All Ruler fucking took his face and smashed that shit into the ground. Before he can like do any more damage, Brandon comes out with his fucking one arm and his fucking half a sword that has no motor in it because the motor got destroyed during the fight with Greg. Uh, the only then all the All Ruler tells him his plan and how Brennan even got to this world. to this fucking timeline. The All Ruler reveals that he is Brandon from the timeline where he never took the potion. That he soon will gain the ability to jump through time and jump through portals at the age of 20. Brandon is 16. So this Brandon, the All Ruler Brandon, at the age of 20, when he activated his power, went to the future to take over the world. After seeing his grandfather passed away from a dragon attack on his visit home. From that point on, that Brandon did not want to become a hero. He saw no point in being a hero. So he decided to use the power to be a villain. Because it seemed like villains get more power and get more stronger that way. So he jumped forward in time to take over a future time, and he brought Brandon, from that timeline to him, so he can kill his past self, so he can kill all ties from him being a hero. Brandon, fucking shocked as fuck, goes to a fit of rage and they shoot their hands. Now, these two Brandons are fucking cool, right? They shoot the shits. Both of them only have one arm, but Brandon's right arm got chopped off, and the All Ruler, I'm gonna keep on calling him All Ruler, robot hand got chopped off, so they all shooting it with one hand. Both of them dealing deathly blows to each other. Forgot to mention the thing with Gregory. The only reason Greg was in that time because he pulled Greg from that timeline and brought him here. Back to the fight. They're shooting it. All Ruler has the upper hand. So he shoots a massive magic ball at Brandon. But Brandon, does a speech, the main hero speech. How the whole time they were fighting, the All Ruler was saying how this is his destiny, and destiny had chosen its path for him, and how being a hero is nothing. But Brandon still believes, after all the friends he made, after all the lives he saved, he still believes that being a hero is something to worth fighting for. So as the All Ruler shoots his final attack, Brandon pops up a portal, and the blast went inside the portal. Now the All Ruler is like fucking shocked that Brandon do this, case Brandon not be able to do this for another 5 years. So he was like, "Oh my god, how the fuck you doing this? How can this be? You're not supposed to learn this move. We're not supposed to learn this move until long ago." So Brandon looks up and then he gives the speech. Time is not something that you always have to wait for. Destiny is not a certain thing. So Brandon puts a time portal right next to himself and he jumps in, and then behind the All Ruler he comes from behind and cuts that nigga right on the neck.
Right on the ass.
Right on
Cuts
the
his
neck.
ass.
Cuts his fucking ass cheeks. Cuts his ass cheeks. So he come right behind, smack him. The sword destroyed. And then All Ruler is like, no matter what, you all become like me. There's not a chance in this world at any time, at any of past, future, or present, that you will always become like me. And Brandon, fucking gets his fucking shield and smack that nigga. After the fight, Brandon still, only has one hand, but instead of because the All Ruler, remember that the All Ruler left hand got cut off, and this Brandon has his right hand cut off. So he's limping around and he goes to Silver. And since Silver the leader and Silver was someone that Brandon looked up to, he Silver is on the ground, like he's not dying, but he's like bleeding the fuck out. He was like, so all this time I'd be fighting against you, and I was like, yes, and you're not, and he brought you here to this timeline, and I'm so happy to meet you. Yes. And then you see me like bawling, like I'm fucking crying, and like I'm apologizing, like sorry, like I'm sorry. It's not. I brought you into this. I'm sorry. And Silver gets a pack of smokes from his back pocket. He was take a deep inhale. That's how Silver smokes. And he says, "I don't know why you're crying for. In my eyes, you're still a part of Endgame, and you just completed a very successful mission. So keep your head up, past hero." And because everybody else in the group has a code name, and Brandon haven't got his code name yet. So hearing Silver call him the past hero, he picks his head up and he just smiles. And then like the end credits roll in. You see Albert fucking working on something new for Brandon. And then it ends with the last part of the letter from his grandfather. It says, "I know you will never see this because I'm too far ahead in time for you to actually see how much I've grown. But I know you will be proud of me. I know you'll be happy that I made friends, that I'm a really good hero. I know you will like this tale, the tale of my future's tale. Until next time." And he at the grave, he's reading the note to the dead grandpa grave. And as he looks up, he sees everybody in Endgame. And Sylvia asks him, "Are you ready for your next mission?" And all you see is Brandon's robotic right hand that Albert made for him. As he put on his fedora and says yes, and that's the end of season 1.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
I really like that concept of magic, industrial revolution, with like steampunk dragons and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. It's pretty damn cool. And I like
So
the
Joe, what do you give it?
tie-in.
Maybe like a 9. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it, but I give it an 8.
8?
Brandon, I got a question, right?
Yeah.
He can go through time portals, right?
Yes.
Why doesn't he just go get his grandpa
Oh yeah.
and like bring him to his
I mean,
time?
wouldn't it be better that way?
It's time locked. Just say it's time locked. You can't go
Yeah,
back. It's time
it's
locked.
time
Fuck
locked.
it. Doctor Who this shit. You can't go back. It's time locked.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just Doctor Who the shit. Just be like it's time locked. Sorry.
Not even. I mean,
And also, if he does that, that would change the course of time.
That's
Just
true.
drastically. He never would have met Endgame or anybody. That's why he don't want to go back.
I mean, he still would have done the thing. Like he already exists in the other timeline. He'd be fine.
Hey man, do you know time? Are you a time wizard, nigga? Are you a time lord? Anyway, Brandon's right arm is metallic, guys. Fucking lit. That means see the constant
He
difference.
already exists in time.
No, thing is when Brennan was saying, "Oh, the arm fell off," and
Yeah,
Albert
Brand
was making
exists
the
in time,
robotic
but
arm,
not
I
the
instantly
others.
saw Metal Gear.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I was thinking I was
Yeah.
like a snake. I wanted to say it, but I didn't say it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Albert was in the kitchen and cooking up something nice for Brandon. I mean,
Albert's cause. He cooks things.
He's
he
cause.
fucking Brandon put on his fucking fedora. Fucking shit. I already have a
Nice.
season 2 in mind.
So who's next?
I'm just finishing my season 2. That's what I'm gonna
Random.
say this time. Season 2
Randomizing.
and that ended. Then it's the main story.
Number.
Oh yeah, let me pull up the screen share. All right, let me know when you guys can see the screen.
It's loading. I don't need to say what was different from the first season to finish the second season. Then what will say.
Okay.
Because I need to change some things and make things make sense.
You guys see?
Yeah, I see. I see my MLG Mountain Dew Dorito sponsor.
MLG Mountain Dew Dorito sponsors.
Okay, so I didn't notice until today, but there's a FaZe clan symbol right there. Anyways,
On his thing?
yeah, on the shirt.
I noticed that yesterday.
Oh, he's not on the call.
Who's sure?
Oh my god, my picture. Jesus Christ.
Oh, he dropped from the call. I gotta pull him in.
Oh my
before I do
god, I because I don't see my picture, so I forgot what it was. But
Oh,
Jesus
alright,
Christ,
so one last thing.
amazing.
Alright, so Brandon no longer needs a sword anymore as a metal conductor. He just uses his hand, his metal hand, which acts
Okay.
as a conductor.
That's
So he's like fucking Full Metal Alchemist in this bitch.
Oh,
So he has to manipulate anything with that hand.
that's cool.
Alright.
It's fucking. Also, he's a fucking time lizard. Time wizard. So fucking.
Go time
Nigga.
wizard.
He fucking jumping through pearls and attacking niggas and shit. Also know when you're gonna die. I think. I don't know how that works.
Ooh, that'd be a heavy burden, right? Knowing you die.
By yourself?
Oh well, that's not him. I would.
Well, it's
that's-
kind of weird how he existed in the same timeline.
I would assume. Well, I would assume these are different dimensions and times and stuff. Now you're messing with.
Ow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you made a portal for your grandpa, it'd be fine.
Okay,
Of course, the time wouldn't change. Because you'd still be in the same timeline. His timeline would change. Your timeline would be fine.
He can always kill the grandpa off if he wants to. The other Brandon.
Yeah, exactly.
kills him.
What the
just
fuck?
do that. Just have the other Brandon
Just kill
him.
your grandpa.
Yeah, yeah.
Right in
Just
your
kill your
face.
grandpa.
Yeah, just kill your grandpa. You know.
Open the portal and be like, ooh, what's this? Shank.
What's this?
Yeah.
yeet?
Have the other Brandon kill him. You know, you nailed it.
So you're gonna
Fucking-
send the grandpa, right? From time, just to die.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to die.
The
You're
other,
like Uncle
the
Ben.
Other, the other grandpa, the other,
If Uncle Ben didn't die, Spider-Man wouldn't exist, right?
yeah, see
Exactly. Fucking Uncle Ben ass nigga.
Fucking Uncle Ben.
Uncle
He
Ben,
didn't,
Uncle Ben.
he didn't have to get shot.
He didn't.
Fucking should
That
have
would
minded
not
his
affect
fucking
how
business.
you would change.
Should have minded his fucking business. So he got shot.
I said my fucking business.
Old ass nigga. Mind your goddamn business.
So Albert, you're number 1. Gregory, number 2, and I'm number 3. Let's
Okay.
put this in there.
Turn on my fucking TV. There's no reason there.
You guys can see the Skype, alright?
Man, I didn't like that
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, like it.
I
Who
liked it.
came up with it?
2.
2.
So Greg, you go.
Oh, I go? Okay.
Yep, 2.
Hang on, I'm doing something. Yeah. Alright.
I think that one of the concepts I was gonna
Ooh-wee.
We.
partially use.
Ooh-wee.
Alright. I still got some pretzel in my mouth.
Bum ass
Alright.
nigga.
So, in this world, there are 2 things that exist. Nothingness, like just complete nothing, and essence. One is a male and one is a female. Usually always. These 2 concepts that, like, clash are usually always male or female. So, Essence one day decides that she wants to do more with herself. This is a woman. So she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna become a really big plate, a really big world, and I'll put stuff on it and stuff, and sometimes and do stuff. So she makes herself a really massive, large plate, like bigger than any other thing that's ever existed. It's rectangular, and she begins to make this plate. She calls it Mithril. It's called Mithril. That's the world that we're going off of. Just this really massive plate. And after she creates this essence, she decides that she wants to create more things. So she creates light and she creates darkness. And nothingness, he doesn't really give a shit because he's just nothingness. He just has to exist. Oh, okay, that's another thing. Every single concept, if one of them gets destroyed, the world goes into complete shit.
Yeah.
So, essence creates light and darkness, and she just chooses to have them exist, rotating across the world. So it's kind of like how in Greece when everybody's like telling Galileo, "Hey man, the Earth, I mean everything rotates around Earth. That's how it works." It's kind of like that.
Mm.
So light and darkness rotate around Mithril,
Okay.
like kind of like as a sun or a star, a massive star, and just pure darkness. There's no moon. Nothing controls the tides on the planet. And there's two sides. Oh wait, I'll get into that. So Mithril exists. It's just a massive plate. It's made out of like pretty much just pure essence. Like her body became that thing. And she creates light again. Creates light and darkness. One day, light and darkness. They find life on Mithril, and they find life in love and hatred. And there's these two girls. Oh, I should have said what light and darkness are. Light is a dude, and darkness is a dude, and they find two girls named Love and Hatred on Mithril, and they're like, oh, they look really cute. We should invite them to like a party or something. And they're like talking and stuff, and Light and Love decide to start talking about stuff and whatnot, and Darkness and Hatred begin to talk about stuff and whatnot, and they become intertwined. So they decide to create humans, and as they create humans and create more life on Mithril, they start making trees. They make land formations, make streams, mountains, all these things. They create their own little worlds on either side of Mithril. So there's one side that's like all green and happy and like cool and whatnot, and there's another side that's like dark and like scarred and has like nasty stuff on it. Like there's lava, there's dead trees. It's not really kempt. It merely focuses on like just pure darkness. It's its own side of the world. While the other side is again the very green, lively side of the world, and they put humans on either side of their worlds. And one day, the two decide that they want to make their own gods or their own concepts and ideals on the lively side of the world. So the two families, light and love, darkness and hatred, decide to create two small, like really tiny, I guess gods, or no, I'll call them concepts. They're concepts.
Okay.
And they put them on the lively side of the world, and they tell the humans to take care of them so that they can be raised as humans, even though they're gods. And one of them, the one that Light and Love made, is called Order, and the other one that the Darkness and Hatred made is called Chaos. So the two concept families tell these two, or want these two to exist. So they create glyphs, they create books, they create all these things for their children so that they can read and grow up and become like citizens and like tell the humans how to live and like what they should do and whatnot. Even though like, as you can already tell by the names, they're not really gonna go very well with each other.
Mm.
So they're raising this really big church. It's like the church of all the concepts. Like there's, like again, there's light and love, and all these concepts, and they all worship them on either side of the worlds. But the two were put on this one side of the world. As they're raised, they begin to realize that Order is a bit more of a knowledge-intensive kid. So he's like reading and being orderly, as his name suggests. While Chaos is a bit more of like a touchy kid. He likes to like mess around with stuff. He's all like always messing stuff up. So as the nuns of this church begin to raise the kids, they see that the kids are vastly different, and they decide to put more of their time onto Order instead of Chaos. So Chaos begins to become more of a free spirit. He starts like messing around with all the people in the thing. He's like becoming disorderly. And one day, he like as they grow up, as the two grow up, Order and Chaos don't really hate each other. It's just that Chaos is a bit jealous, and he believes that he doesn't have a place on this side of the mithril. So he goes to the other side of the mithril and runs away, and no one really knows. And Order discovers this and finds out that he needs him to be on the. He just needs him to be with him because they're like, I guess, brothers or cousins, and he wants him to be with him, like that's his homie. So he goes to the other side of the mithril where he was located, and he goes, "Hey man, come back. We have to go back." And they're like, he's like, "Oh, I don't want to come back." And then they start fighting. And hang on. No, let me go back. All right. Forget what I just said. All right. So as Order is raised as a more knowledge-intensive kid, he's reading, doing all this stuff. He's even training. He's training his body. He's like, doing fighting exercising, doing all this stuff. And he discovers his transcendence, which is his ability to create essence into a physical tool. As Order discovers this, he finds out that it's like a katana. It's a sword. And he's like, "Oh, cool, I have a sword." As he discovers his transcendence, Chaos discovers his transcendence as he's like bullying kids in the school, in the church, messing around with them. He finds out that he also has a transcendence, which are two gauntlets, which is like punching gauntlets, pretty much. And Order's transcendence is called peace, and Chaos's transcendence is called anarchy. Two gauntlets. As Chaos becomes more jelly of Order's whole thing, he's like the cool kid at school. He's all mad. He decides to go on to the other side of Mithril, where everything's dark, and he decides to create his own kingdom and his own place of rule in his own area where he can be like the top dog. As Chaos does this, Order decides, I want my friend Chaos from such a long time to be here instead of being all the way on the other side of Mithril. I don't want him to be all hated and casted away. So he goes to the other side of Mithril, and he wants to talk to Chaos. Chaos is having none of this. So they decide. So he's like, "Oh, you always been the fucking the one that's always loved. Blah blah blah. I'm tired of it. We're gonna fight."
We're gonna fight.
And their parents are watching this from above because they're too big to be on Mithril. They can't do anything. They're just concepts that exist. They have to exist, and they have to watch the two sons, the two physical sons, face off on this side of Mithril. So, light is rotated onto this side of Mithril, and darkness is on the other side, which allow them to see and shit. And they're fighting, and they fight and fight and fight, and Chaos, being the more powerful, stronger, physically stronger kid, has his ability, which is to absorb essence from the air, breathe it into his body, and make his body physically stronger than any other being on the planet. And Order's ability is to perceive things through essence as slow, like they're slower in his sight, so he's able to move much faster, be able to do super cool ninja tricks while he sees everything much slowly. So as they fight and all that stuff, they're both very powerful concepts, and they fight and they duke it out, and they're both really weak and they're on their last legs. And then the two decide that they're gonna go for their ultimate attacks. They've ascended. They've done this thing that only concepts can do, which is ascend to a higher level, and they do super crazy stuff and all that stuff. And they're super. They basically use a super from Destiny or something. And
Damn it, Greg.
and Order's super is that he creates a fear of influence, which is he makes everything much slower in a radius, like a big circle, and he's able to perceive everything at a very slow rate. And with his katana, made of essence, made of like sheer energy, he's able to just slice it really, really, really fast like that and all that stuff. So he uses his ability first, though Chaos is much more physically stronger than he is. He uses his ascendance and decides that he's gonna beat the shit out of Order, which is he just becomes invulnerable for a short amount of time. So everything that Order just did is just pretty much meaningless. So he uses all his energy, all of his essence within his body to basically just beat up Order, and they fight, and they're just done. They can no longer fight. And through all this fighting, they created this crater, this scar on this part of Mithril, basically destroying it. And the people on that side of Mithril now hate Chaos and decide that they want to fight Chaos and push him out of that side of Mithril, the dark side of Mithril. And Order's well, can't do anything for you, bro. And he leaves. He goes to his side of Mithril. And the two basically exile each other from either side of Mithril. Because, no one can really fight Chaos because he's the strongest on that side of Mithril. So, there's a time skip, that's the first episode. The time skip. It's just a prologue. And there's peace there's peace on the green side of Mithril, and then there's just pure people dying, getting stabbed, horrible shit happening on the dark side of Mithril, or on the scarred side of Mithril. And there's this calamity that's starting to strike the green side, and no one really knows what it is. It's just people are going into hysteria. They start slashing each other up. No one knows what's going on. And Order decides, I'm gonna go check it out. And now Order is mastered his abilities. He's mastered his ascendance. He's mastered everything. And he goes and he sees what's going on, and he's those people are acting weird. And it turns out that the thing that's taking over these people is the concept of fear. Fear is going into people. She's going crazy. She's being an asshole, and she's making these people stab each other and like kill each other and whatnot. Basically breaking what Order wants to have on his side of the field, on his side of Mithril. So he tries to push fear onto Chaos' side of Mithril. As he's trying to do this, he goes onto Chaos' side of Mithril. Chaos then figures this out, and they're like staring each other down. What the two do not know is that this is Fear's plan. Fear is trying to get them both in the same place so that they can fight each other again and basically destroy Mithril and just blow it up. And the first time the two see each other, they just have a conversation. They're just talking. They're like, "Hey, man, what's up on your side?" They're like, I don't know, man. Everything's kind of fine, as you can see. On this side, people are fighting. That's what I like. People beating each other up. Like, don't fuck with it, You're already fucking with it by being here because you're the concept of the Order. And they're just talking to each other kind of passive-aggressively. And Fear's like, you two should be fighting, blah, blah, blah. And they're just like, what? Who are you? You can get out of here. We're having our brotherly conversation. Passive-aggressively, again. So Fear goes into overdrive. She uses her ascendance, which is to then cause every single person on the dark side of Mithril to become wretched monsters. Everyone's gross, looks disgusting. They look like, I don't know, they've been left in the oven for too long or something. They look gross, right? And Chaos is like, what the fuck? Like, you're fucking up my shit, man. And like, he just gets mad. He brings out anarchy. He starts punching the shit out of all his citizens, which they're not really.
I'm sorry.
They're just people that like kind of live under him because like everybody was mad at him at first because he destroyed their side of Mithril, made a big ass crater. But he just like, nah, man, I'm your dictator. You have to listen to me. So he just gets mad because again, Fear uses her ascendance and makes everyone super gross. So since they're not really trying to fight each other or like be mean to each other on the dark side of Mithril, and instead of trying to attack Chaos gets mad again, uses his anarchy, starts punching the shit out of everybody. Order's like, whoa, this shit is crazy, and he leaves because he doesn't really give a shit what's happening on Chaos' side. Sometime later, you find out that Chaos got his ass beat. He's like completely fucked up. And Order's like, what? Chaos got fucked up? Oh shit. And he decides to look for help. So he finds the concept of Hope. And Hope is like this super down to earth chick that Order's like, like been peeping for a long time. He's like, oh man, I gotta go talk to Hope. She's basically now running the church that Order and Chaos were like born in. So he goes to Hope. He's like, hey shawty, my cousin basically got his ass beat. I'm gonna have to go investigate and stop this thing that's taking all these people out. And what basically happens is they go down to the dark side of Mithril, and again, the light and darkness, love and hatred are too big. They're concepts. They're like massive concepts that cannot possibly exist physically on the Mithril. So they're just watching it like, oh shit is happening. We can't do anything, man. All we can do is send our loving regards. So they go down. So the two, Order and Hope, go down there. They see what's going on. They're like, oh shit, everybody's gross. So they have to dispatch the enemies that are in front of them. So they dispatch as many enemies as they could to get to where Chaos is, and they find Chaos, and Chaos is just sprawled out on the ground. He's fucked up because he can't fight anymore. He's been fighting all his fucking citizens, beating the shit out of him. His ability, his passive ability, just couldn't work anymore because just beating the shit out of everybody. He got tired. Even though he's a god, he shouldn't have gotten tired. Anyways, so they get down there, they find him, and they're like, "Oh shit, you alright, man?" He's like, "What?" And they see Fear, and Fear's like, "Ha ha ha, you'll never stop me," and all that crap. And without Fear knowing, she births another concept, which is corruption. And corruption is born, and she sees that Chaos is down on the ground, and for some reason, corruption just automatically loves Chaos. I guess because of what he does, because he beats up everybody, and corruption just loves the fact that everybody's getting beat up. And she sees him, and she heals him, basically, with her ascendance, which is this entropy, and entropy causes Chaos to get boosted back up and get all hype and stuff. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm back. I'm ready to fight." And basically, Chaos, corruption, order, and hope decide that they're going to team up and fight Fear before she gets to the happy side of Mithril, because no one really gives a shit about the dark side of Mithril, to be honest. And they fight Fear, and it's this whole fucking filler arc shit that happens because they have to fight this big enemy, and she has 4,000 abilities that you have to get through, and she's like a final boss, she has stages. She's at the super big stage where she takes very little damage but also does a lot of damage, so you have to chunk her and get her down to her second stage where she takes a bit more damage but does a way more damage, and you have to dodge the attacks. So they're up to that stage, and they're fighting her, and she goes, "You know what? Like how Bowser does sometimes. He just becomes super fucking. She becomes super fucking crazy, and she gets super fast, and she just gets to the other side of the fucking mithril. When she gets to the other side of the mithril, she starts doing weird voodoo shit. She doesn't really use her ascendance to cause all the people to go crazy. She just goes up there and starts doing weird voodoo shit. And she's like, "I'm gonna destroy the mithril, wah, and all this shit." And as she's doing this, they're like, "Oh fuck, we have to get to the other side quickly." And there's that part of the arc where they're scared because they might not be able to do what they wanted to do and go kill the fucking bad guy. So the two main characters, they don't lose face, and they're like, "Nah, fuck that shit. We're gonna go get her." And they use their ascendants and get to where they need to be nearly instantly. They're just super fast. The essence in the air is making them super fast. They're breathing. They're running, and they get there, right? And she's almost primed her final attack at her second stage of final boss mode again, right? So when she's in her final boss mode, she's doing massive damage. She's breaking shit, blowing stuff up, and Order and Chaos notice that she's about to blow up the church, and they're like, "We have to stop her from doing that." So they band together and they run, and they're running, going really fast, and they summon they do a dual ascension, I guess. It's like a soul resonance, right? So they go up and they do their abilities but combined. So Order's sphere of influence slows everything down, slows the attack that's going into the church down, while Chaos beats the fuck out of the attack because it has a physical form. It starts beating the fuck out of it, fucks it up, and it blows up, and everything goes everywhere. Fucking blood, people dying everywhere and shit. The church is fine though. People in the church are fine. everyone near the vicinity of the church is fine, but Order and Chaos took most of the damage from this attack. And Fear's like, wah ha 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 ha. And the two characters that were just introduced, like I said, Corruption and Hope, they're like, oh no, our hubbies got beat up. So we have to like heal them. And Hope and Corruption, again, are two like supporting characters that are able to heal the two main characters. It's basically why they exist. And they heal the characters up, and they go like, yeah, we're healed up and all that stuff. And Fear starts talking shit. She makes this big speech about how she's abominable, like she cannot be destroyed. She's like the most ultimate concept in human race. She's pure instinct. No matter what, humans are gonna feel fear. And then Order and Chaos are like, that may be true, but humans can like break through that shit. They don't have to like feel fear all the time. They could feel nice and stuff, So they reach their final ascendance, and they decide that they're gonna become really, really strong. By I don't know what means. I guess like bravado or something, because they're both boys. They just feel like they want to be strong at that one time. So they use their final ascendance, and Order's sphere of influence becomes massive. Like it just becomes super big, and not only does it slow down time, but it has this force of essence that pushes Fear and like makes her super weak. It's like a debuff. Like it just like makes her fucked up. Like she just gets fucked up completely. It's like a massive force, just ball thing, and she's unable to function properly. Chaos is like just becoming super strong because of this force of essence that he is in, the sphere of influence. He's absorbing all this essence, becoming super strong, and decides, I'm going to use this final attack, which is like this super one-hit charge punch that will just destroy any protection anywhere ever to exist. And he jumps, and he's like, and it makes contact, and it just fucking ends her, blows her up, fucking fear guts, fear everything, everywhere. Fear just, it's kind of like when a black hole is about to, no, not a black hole. It's kind of like how the theory of the Big Bang like started. Like it was like this big buildup of like energy and mass, and then it became really tiny, really really tiny, and just blew up into like this plane. That's what happened to Fear. She just became like really big. Like she got filled with essence, and she looked like Cell in that one episode of Dragon Ball Z. She was like, ugh. And then like she became really tiny. Like she like absorbed in and blew up, and like Fear just went all over the place. Fear got blown up. The embodiment of Fear is gone forever. Fucking Order and Chaos are loved. They're like, oh man, Chaos. Like on that side of Metro, they're like, oh man, Chaos really misjudged you. You're a really cool guy. You could come to our side. And then Chaos is like, oh cool, I could be on this side now. Everybody loves me. And the other side of Metro no one gives a shit about. So they don't worry about that part. And Order and Chaos together, they're homies, along with Hope and Corruption. They're all hype. They they get married. They love each other, respectively. Order and Hope on one side, and Chaos and Corruption on the other side. They love each other. They're making out, man, and everything's fine. That's the first season. All right, I'm done. I'm just gonna be done because it took a lot of time.
You know what? Alright, can we make this a rule about me saying the story first?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Did I steal stuff? I'm sorry, man.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't be stealing because you said it first.
Oh no.
Who said anything about stealing?
Well, we thought of the same. Well, we might have thought of the same thing
Yeah,
independently.
I liked it.
Oh no. It's because every time when the story starts, I have like everybody in my house go do something. Like when it's my turn, they're coming back home.
Oh damn. All right.
Wait. You have everybody. All right. We're telling stories. Go do something. Like,
Story time.
Yeah, it's story time. Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
I just want you guys. I want you guys to just like imagine the characters. I have images of the characters in my mind. I was thinking about drawing them because I'm like okay at drawing. I'm like all right. So I was thinking about drawing them, but basically what I wanted Order to look like is like he has a katana. He has long hair, like long, like sort of straight hair. Puts it in a ponytail and stuff, and he wears a kimono with a. I think it's a. I forget what the sash is called that you put on your back. It's like a rope, like a big rope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he has that and like armor on him and stuff. And his sort of color is like blue, and Chaos's color is red, and he has like kind of short, bushy like very coarse hair, and it's red, and like he has like a gi, like a Ryu gi, and like it's like cut on the shoulders, and like he has the rope, but it's like on his front, and it's like tied. He looks like a what can I relate it to?
Like Akuma.
Yeah, kind of like that, but and he doesn't wear any shoes. He has like bandages on his feet and his hands. He doesn't like shoes.
Man, you should wear some shoes though, man. Like,
Yeah, and then
I learn to stop like drinking
he's
something when
I don't
listening
think
to the
shoes is a
story.
commodity back in on the other side. Of the world.
look, man, like shoes.
I don't
no,
think shoes are
they
a
have
commodity.
shoes, but he just doesn't like shoes.
Okay.
Again, he's the opposite of Order. So
He's
he
a-
just like
Oh,
he don't take showers. He stinks. You
yeah,
know,
he doesn't give a fuck.
like
So what's the rating?
He's a god. He
Order
doesn't
don't
take
give a
showers.
fuck.
Order is like, hey man, you should take a shower.
Probably-
Put on shoes.
probably-
Fuck you.
Hey,
man.
hey, like,
Dude.
hey, Order,
Fuck
you know,
you.
maybe you should take a shower, you know, like, you're trying to stink up the place, like, you know, like, it's just shut the fuck up, like, something like
And
that.
Cat's like, fuck you, dude.
Fine fucking king,
That's
right?
that's why they fought. Because he told him to take a shower.
Oh yeah, the first fight was over a shower. Like,
Hey man, you gotta
Damn.
take a shower, man. You're stinking up the church.
yeah, man, it's
Taking
you know,
up
it
the-
just kind of smells.
The Holy Bible.
So
Yeah.
what are the ratings?
I give it a 9.
Yeah, I give it a 9 too.
Oh, it's a strong 9.
That was pretty good. I liked it.
Hey.
Red is crying in the corner.
I give up next week.
You can be a judge.
I'm a judge. All my stories
I
are
just-
ass, bro.
What are you
I wanna
talking
say,
about?
I-
Everybody's
myself.
you're like.
I liked last week's. I thought it was pretty good.
I had to write my stories down because I had like
I know,
so
right?
much shit.
I
Like,
don't know why.
had so much
I
shit
don't
in
know
my
why
head.
you guys
Like,
don't.
if you write it
Like,
down, it'll be amazing. That's
I-
how
Yeah.
most stories are. If you
I
write it
missed
down,
A lot of the
instead seeing it,
beginning of the
it's amazing.
story. I went inside to get a drink, and then I started watching football. And when I came back, I left the phone outside, and nobody was talking except for Greg. So
Hey,
football.
football.
yeah, it's Baylor. Come
Who's
on.
playing? Oh,
Silver.
it's
Well,
college.
What?
Silver.
Hmm?
Roll the
It's your
dice.
turn, right?
Oh yeah.
No, it's between me and Silver.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Whoops! I accidentally generated a number already. Let me redo that. Always correct. All right, I'm gonna screen share. Let me know when you see the screen.
I know I need to do like the meanest recap for season 2.
Oh my god.
Oh, random generation.
Okay, can you guys see?
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
my MLG, the Riddle sponsorship.
See my amazing picture right there, you know, tiger nipples.
And tag your nips.
MLG.
I don't know how you guys can't stand that picture. Like, it's freaking weird.
It's hilarious.
I know, I love it. If only I can make that
Okay.
my Black Ops emblem.
Come on, Red is like the only one. The only one.
Can't you transfer images in the emblem editor?
You
I'm
can,
not fucking
you can download
weirdo.
other
you can,
people's
you can,
guys.
yeah, you can publish them, but I don't know what
Oh.
that does. Like, I
And
published
then
mine.
mine's just this.
Kind of upset now.
I published
Some of
my
my stories
emblem
are ass.
because you know.
Put so much
I-
style on that one too. The whole
Nice.
time, fucking him
Yeah,
being the
it
bad
was-
guy at the
it-
end.
it was
Fucking
good.
fuck you
Being
guys,
the
right?
bad guy at the end.
Brandon,
I mean,
it was good.
No one said the
Shit,
story
I'm
was
so
bad.
bad. Oh,
There,
Nobody
hurry up.
said it was like, oh god, that was really terrible. It was
Right, you're really bad at punishing yourself. Like you do that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna like make more shit in season 2, but it was gonna take too much time, man.
Yeah, that was to season 2. If you would add a season
Yeah,
2,
see,
I'd be
I just
like,
want season 1, man.
all right,
It's a short
geez,
story.
Greg, God, got
It's a
it.
short story. All right.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Season 2, it would have had more concepts in it. Would have
They were done delayed
would have
then.
life in there. Would have death. Death would have been like a grim, guy who doesn't care about anything.
So like he is in
Ooh,
every fucking
bummed out.
application of death.
Oh yeah, fuck you, dude.
That was a fucking
I'm
good ass
Death.
story. I was in. I
And life
was
would be
playing
like,
COD.
oh,
I had to
guys,
pause my
calm
COD
down.
game to listen to that bitch. That was a good ass story.
You know, life is all
Fucking my
like,
story
oh,
was ass.
guys, let's be friends.
Okay,
We're all happy.
so far, right? I'm sorry,
Life.
Silver. But
Fucking
so far,
Christ.
Greg's story is
I
gonna
have
be
6.
hard for me to beat.
I forfeit.
Yeah,
I'm
Greg's
telling you
story
this
was
right
pretty
now.
good.
Yeah,
I
that
liked
was
it.
It's
really
not a
low.
competition, all right? It's not a
I gotta make
I
this
thought they were
too
pretty
fucking
close,
broken.
Brandon and
Yeah,
Greg.
it-
I almost
it-
wanted to give
Yeah, they
Greg
were
an
both
8.
really good. Both
I'd
of them
watch
really well
both
thought
of
out.
them. You know, I'm just.
I
There'd be a
still watched
concept
Brandon
of
from
like
last
greed.
week's first. I like the whole video game thing.
Greed would be like,
Oh,
nee,
yeah,
nee, I'm gonna steal stuff.
Sexy ass concept over there, Greg.
Like greed would be like, nee,
I was
nee, nee,
I was
I'm
playing,
gonna
I was
steal
listening,
shit.
and I was like, I had to crouch down and actually sit down and listen
For-
to this nigga.
Yeah, Greg sounded like an actual like anime.
And then there'd be
like Greg.
envy. She'd turn into people. It'd be weird. But that's
I
kind
just
of
want
like,
you guys to know that yes, in every story, if Sylvia isn't it, she has big boobs. Just know that. Alright?
It's
In
really
my
weird.
story, if
You were
Sylvia
just
isn't
like,
it, she has big boobs.
Sylvia has big boobs.
Sylvia
Okay.
has the Hooters, my nigga. She had
I like
great
it.
New York boobs. Like in the original story where I was when I was a god, her side would always be heavier because he was like she had the chest.
and they ain't
Yes,
fake,
Brandon,
right?
I can make
they're
your story
real,
of you being a
like-
god to a fucking masterpiece.
It's gonna it's gonna be weird when Sylvia actually has a kid. Probably it's not like a big girl. Name's just Sylvia, and then she has big
You don't have
boobs.
big boobs.
Ooh, Silver, you're gonna hate that. You're gonna be like, man, all of these fucking guys are gonna be after.
You're gonna go
her
over to
now.
Brandon's house and just beat the shit out of him.
Like you didn't even do anything.
Like, you
You're
did
just like,
this.
Look what you've done. My daughter's attractive.
Okay, Silver, start it.
What? Like,
So Albert, you're 1 and I'm 2.
Okay, I guess, whatever.
eight.
That-
Eight
that's
is
just
the
in
random
order
number.
of
Watch,
how I
I'm gonna
see
get
it,
eight.
so.
It's gonna be 8,
Great
guys.
New York boobs.
8.
Great New York boobs.
Guess-
That she literally had great New York boobs.
No.
It was
Yo,
in New
like-
York.
Also,
Brand-
Brandon smashed. I forgot to
Brand-
mess. I forgot to mention that.
God.
Brandon smashed.
Brandon, you playing
That's the
Destiny
second
now? Like,
arc,
what are you
man.
talking
That's the
about?
second arc. You have
Second
a kid
art, second art. True.
Okay.
and you can control space.
From what I see, right? First of all,
I have one arm.
this is a long ass
Fuck,
story.
fuck, say-
Fuck being 3 seasons, I'm cutting this shit to 2 seasons. This shit is gonna be dumb long.
Oh, okay.
Make it one season.
I'll start with the
Agreed.
recap and changes. Then I'll say the first episode, then the main story. I shall add music in between the intense
Oh my
moments.
god.
You're
You're other
I was
fight.
going. I said we were gonna do the opening at the end like we always do. I have my openings already.
Oh, I don't have openings, Rip.
No, Brandon.
Oh,
the
that's,
difference,
I have my openings at the
you're
end.
talking about openings.
That's where we
I'm
do
talking
that.
about OSTs. I'm talking about
OSCs. Oh, I still play Logic. 'Cause Logic is a main part of that
No, he's not.
of that fucking story. Cause listen, it's the city feel. City has rap, nigga. The fuck?
It's an anime.
And black
Find a
samurai.
Japanese rapper.
Black samurai. It was anime. It
it
had
wasn't.
rap,
I need a voice
it was.
changer app on like my
but it
phone
was though.
just to be an announcer.
But it was though. So I'll fucking tell you, faggot.
Okay.
Alright.
So, how should I start this? I guess
Hey,
we'll start
Meatball
with the recap episode.
Meatball, you here?
Hey,
Nice. See.
alright,
Yeah,
alright.
you want to start your story? They're
One of
gonna
the
walk
judges
in.
aren't here. Alright, like
Meatball.
Meatball. What the fuck,
Meatball.
Meatball? You just can't like walk away in the middle of the goddamn.
I'm not lying though. This is a long ass fucking story.
This guy has like fucking short term. No, what is it called when you get distracted easily?
Short extension span.
ADD. ADHD.
Oh yeah,
ADHD.
ADHD. Yeah.
Brandon Asty.
Alright.
Okay.
That man have one fucking
Okay.
arm.
The things I
That
changed
little nigga's
are
a savage.
okay.
This
Listen,
album.
the things I changed on
I
the
can hear
names.
contact.
First, some of the names I changed. I'm focusing on the 4 families.
Oh shit.
There's 4 different types of things. Okay, first of all, the heroes, the legends, the gods, the deities, they're all actual beings. That's one, right? So, like last season on the School of Armageddon,
Last time on.
or just Armageddon. Let's just call it Armageddon this time. Okay, so
Oh no, done
the things are actual beings, and there's 4 stages. There could be possessor, which is the holy being possessing you, but that only gives you a little amount of power for a short time. Then there's the contractor, which gives you more strength than being possessed, but you're bound to a contract. You have to say or do for payment of whatever the spirit wants, or holy deity. Then there's inheritor, that you inherit it from your family, the line, and the 4th one is to be said later in the story. Now, character names. Okay, so I changed the main character's name from Tora Kaito to Tora Shi. She being
See the
the
difference, guys?
what?
Correct.
See
Same
the
thing.
difference, guys? Oh shit!
Oh wait, no. Okay,
That's Lord Gimmon.
okay. So the main character's
Or Lord
name
Willem.
is
Lord Willem. Sorry.
Saito Shi.
Hello.
She being the last one.
He's back.
Meatball. All right. Damn.
This guy.
Did it start yet?
Yes, I'm doing the recap episode of the
Oh.
last. Okay, so
I already know what happened. Then should I just come
and the
back
other
again
3
later?
families.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
And for the main heroine, her name changed to Ichi Takahashi.
Such a weeb.
Okay.
How are you such a weeb?
The thing is, unlike Brandon, right? Unlike Brandon, I like to actually come up with names for my characters.
Are you guys not a big part of my life? Are you guys like you guys are always gonna be in my the
Look,
names are never gonna change.
Brandon,
you guys gonna have
I don't
different
even
roles every single time.
Brandon, I don't even know who Greg is. Like, come on.
Yeah, Greg. Who the fuck is Greg?
Yeah, like who the fuck is
Greg.
that?
He has
R.I.P.
no
Greg.
exposition.
I had to kill my best friend. My best friend cut my arm off. Did I mention that? Did I mention I have one arm?
You didn't even give
Yeah.
us a description of Greg. Was he tall?
Yeah,
Was he
right.
short?
Apparently, he was just.
Nigga, you're
your
just
best
saying the
friend
description
from the
over and
past.
over again. My
Nah,
description
man.
from last 2
What about
seasons
this
of you
Joe
had not
fella? I
changed.
bet this Joe fella
Nah,
sounded cool. You know, I bet he was handsome, tall. You know, just
Yeah, what the
great,
fuck, man? Like
muscular,
Joe
you know?
didn't get any exposition.
You know,
Hey, Joe's gonna die.
that's fucked up.
Joe died.
Joe's a staple. Joe's a staple die. Like every series I make,
So what are you
Joe will
laughing
die.
at?
You could just kill
Joe
him.
will die. He'll be like the Kenny of my
Yeah,
stories.
it's fucking stupid. Anyway, so what are you laughing at? That's bullshit. Did you laugh at this?
All right.
It's ridiculous.
Oh wait, I wasn't there.
Oh wait, I could continue.
You were there. You were
Holy
like a
shit,
dude.
I
You had
could
a top hat or
continue.
something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so-
he said you were one of
okay.
the people that he met like in his adventures,
Okay,
like
so
throughout his adventures, and he was making
okay,
bonds.
so
with him.
since Joe wants to complain,
Oh, there he goes again. He's just leaving his
Okay,
money.
anyway.
Hold
I don't
on,
want
guys.
fucking my cat on the fucking.
Hold
So
on,
anyway,
guys. I'll be
okay,
back.
so because of Joe, right? I'm gonna make this names more simple. Then there's 3 other families of the horsemen, which is War, Famine, and Pestilence. They have actual names, but Joe's an asshole.
No, you can do the names. I was joking. Damn. I mean, it's your story. I'm just saying. Like, you had fucking.
Oh my god.
Okay, so the 2 main characters I already said. Then there's family Senso, which is the family of War. For Famine, it's the family of I read it. Kakin. For Pestilence is Kibio. And something that I did not fully explain on the last season was that there's actual like monsters, things like that, like vampires and things like that, and regular humans. Right? So just like how the first season ended of the holy deities and spirits actually forming up to attack humans, the start of episode 1. Okay, so currently our main character, Saito, is an inheritor because he inherited the power of death from his family. And right now, we're at the tournament that he won. And all of a sudden, at the end, they showed 4 new enemies that's now the leader of Armageddon. The leaders are it was Loki, Hades, Barbarossa, and last but not least, we had Satan.
Rip.
My nigga,
Saying himself.
my nigga saying.
That guy Lucy.
And
My
then
nigga Lucy.
after some confrontations, the city was at chaos. The 7 sins were wreaking havoc, and in Europe, at the churches, all the apostles were questioning and wondering what's going on. And then they send their followers, which is the people that they're under the contract with, to go to Japan. And after that, Saito, Ichi, and the rest of the people that were contending were teleported to Babylon. And then once they were at Babylon, what was the god for this one? Amaterasu, the goddess of the sun, explained the situation of the new enemy being Armageddon, which were holy beings and deities that wanted to go up against the humans to show the humans their rightful place. In that, wait, what the fuck? Okay, so to teach the humans the rightful place in the world of them basically being slaves and being useless. Right? So, after that, after giving the brief explanation, she teleported them back to the schools and to get ready up. Thing is, since the school that our main characters go to also have humans, the humans starts turning on everybody else. So because of this, Ichi gets hurt and Saito's wondering what's going on. And then it turns out that the humans at the school are attacking every non-human species in it. So what Saito decides to do was to exactly strike back. So he ended up staking everybody and punishing them for what they did. Meanwhile, Ichi, our main heroine, is in a coma because of the attack. Satan decides to send Envy and Gluttony to go attack Japan. Because meanwhile, in America is Pride and Wrath. And in Europe, they send 3 contract apostles to America for those 2. And Michael himself was sent to Japan after he fought with Saito. And then right after that, all of a sudden, Saito receives a message. It was from the doctor that was taking care of Ichi, saying that she was coma. So he goes to Babylon, to the doctor, see the doctor, and then he tells Ichi what he did. She's not happy about that. She ain't having it. So what she tells Saito is that the humans are not in the wrong. It's all because of Armageddon. So what Saito decides to do was head home. So he goes to his house. His father, which is the 8th horseman of recreation. So he's asking his grandfather what's going on. He says to Saito that everything's rebelling. He goes on to continue asking why. He says that the other 3 families might wage war against the rest of the world because of what's going on. So Saito's baffled of what's going on, so he keeps on asking. And then all of a sudden, Michael comes out of nowhere because he's fucking second to God, no reason. And he's like, the seals of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse have been broken. Saito's was asking why, and Michael's is like, I don't know, because the seals were intact. So out of nowhere, they hear all of a sudden footsteps, and they see the family of Pestilence, and they're asking them what they're gonna do. The Pestilence is on the side of Armageddon, so they start trying to attack Saito and his grandfather. Since those two, Saito and his grandfather, are part of the Death inheritance, they're obviously more powerful than Pestilence, since Death is leader of the Four Horsemen. So they easily fend them off. However, they took away Saito's mother, which is an alchemist that works with poison. So they take her away, and so they tried to contact the other two families, which is Famine and War. They saw that War went to America and Famine went to Europe. And all of a sudden, they were trying to get in contact with Death, and they cannot reach Death. So Saito decides to go to Europe with Michael. And because of that, Ichi is now responsible of everybody that's in Babylon and is there waiting. Thing is, Hades comes into Babylon and kills at least the goddess of the sun, Amaterasu. Also kills a few other people. And also during that, Ichi managed to escape and is trying to contact Saito. And then, after trying to reach with Saito, she asks and tells him what's going on. Then he is still in Europe. But then, because of everything that's going on, Satan meets with Saito and then asks if family wants to join him. He's like, no, I need to side with the humans. So Satan says that he's weak and he's bound to the rules of God. And Saito's like, oh, what do you mean? It's like, because you're a horseman. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, you could descend to even greater things. He's like, descend? Isn't that lower? He's like, no. You could ascend into hell and be more stronger. He's like, what? So while they're talking, Michael is now conversating with God. And God is also saying that Saito could even be more stronger because of corruption. And Michael's asking why. It's like, because corruption is greatest when it's the most darkest. So Michael quickly tries to go and reach Saito. And all of a sudden, Satan is still trying to cloud Saito's mind with reasons to hate the humans. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Death finally comes in. Saito's wondering where Death was the whole time and not answering all the calls from the family. Death is like, I need to start the apocalypse because my need is calling. So Saito's asking why he wants to wage war and kill the humans. It's like, because all death begins in one place, and that place should be now. So right now, Saito and Death are arguing, and they're about to fight. Then all of a sudden, War comes in with his family, and they see Satan. Then Satan backs off and reaches into a door, opens the door, and the rest of Ragnarok is there. Thing is, now they grew in numbers, and now it's witches from the witch hunt, and what was it? It was Loki and the Seven Deadly Sins, and also two of the apostle contractors that switched sides to Ragnarok. So it's just War and Death on one side, and the rest on the other. And then Pestilence and Famine joined, but they joined on Satan's side, saying how unfair the world is. And then all of a sudden it ends in a big fight. You're all wondering which side is right and which side is wrong. But then Ichi and her family which is her father, which is basically the inheritor of Vlad and Dracula, and her mom, which is a powerful witch that started like the witch hunt, which is the first witch. And after that, it's a 3-man battle royale. But then all of a sudden, Satan takes Ichi and hurts her badly. So Saito's just wondering why is this all going on. And then Saito snaps. He reaches Descension, which is basically like the holy being descending onto the person. So he becomes the actual 12th horseman, which is corruption. And he just starts corrupting everything, like everybody's powers, himself, and everything around him. So Satan ended up losing his powers because of corruption. And everybody's just losing their minds and everything. Until Saint Michael comes in with Gabriel and tries to put everything back together. And they have to chain up Saito because of what's going on. And all of a sudden, Satan says, "Oh, son, it's like our real plan is to make this a whole new, better world." And Saito's just asking by killing all the humans. He's like, "Yes, that's what I've been telling you." But then all of a sudden, Saito comes with a plan. He's like, "Okay, so if you want to make a new world that you need to eliminate all the humans, I got a better idea." So he's talking with Satan, and they come to agreement. So what they did is that Saito went to the church, he went on his knee, and he asked for a presence to God. So he meets up with God, and he asks for one thing. He asks for a world that they could live together, but with no humans. So it's like God answered his calls, and then they all go to a new world. However, during this time, right, somehow, during this whole time, the fifth family, which is not a special family, which is Musashi, which is a family that serves the Saito's family, is a human family of weapons, basically. That they're living, breathing, legendary weapons. So Saito gives them a mission to make sure that his kid lives as a normal person and not something that will drive for power and reach the world into madness. So he leaves his kid with them, and it's him, Ichi, Michael, and the rest of them going to a new world and make sure that that world stays as it is and that the human world left in peace. And that's the end.
Yay.
Okay.
All right.
Tranquility. And,
I liked it. I didn't
peace,
think.
maybe.
Okay, now give me the questions that way I get to answer it because it was hard making this all.
Alright, how does God look?
Not three. Oh, God looks like a light, like the sun, and that's it.
Oh, he's just a light? Yeah.
the light.
That's
He's not a
what
race or
disappointing.
anything. Yes.
I mean, God can't really have anyway. All right. Anyway.
That,
Yeah, exactly.
That's why
God
he said
can have a
he's
physical
just late.
being.
Yeah.
Just there.
Oh wait,
Well,
another
I mean, if you go by Bible like things,
Okay,
anybody who
wait,
lays
wait.
eyes upon God generally
Wait.
just fucking lights into a like,
Okay, wait.
spontaneously
Oh,
combusts.
another thing. Wait,
Exactly.
another-
Blow
Wait,
up.
what?
They blow up generally. You know, people
The
look at
minds
God.
are right, man. The minds are right.
Like, you
Another
look
thing.
at God, you're dead.
Oh, we got something. Oh,
It's
the
too holy
Saito
to look
family.
at,
The
man.
fuck?
The colors
Eyes are
of
worthy.
each family is what represents the family, which is like Saito's black, Ichi's family's white, War is silver, Pestilence is light greenish, Famine is purple, and each family is basically has a certain weapon or something. Like for instance, War is a sword, Famine is magic, Pestilence is an arrow, but the new Pestilence, the 11th one, which is deterioration, uses pistols, and death is a scythe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
That
give
was
it a
cool as
9.
fuck.
You give it a 9, Meatball?
I give it a 9.
I give it an 8.
What?
Yeah.
I know,
That's
right?
crazy, man.
I mean,
Well
I
thought
thought
out.
it was good, but like, I got confused.
You couldn't follow it.
Yeah.
Damn it, Joe.
I'm trying
Ask
to
questions.
like visualize most of the stuff in my head, you know, and
Hey, Joe, ask
I got
questions.
lost.
Satan was, causing Armageddon.
Yeah,
Armageddon.
I know that. And then like somebody asked for a world. Like I was trying. It's the reason I got lost is because I was like, which characters are who again?
I know, right, Joe? That's
He
what
cheesed
happens
this
when
chick.
you're too buggy with the names.
I'm
He's the
sorry.
chick.
Maybe it was my fault. The names, but you know,
She
like
got put
Silver,
in a coma.
Mhm.
use this as example. Simplify it.
yeah.
Well,
See,
mine's
like
is already
Brandon had some
simplified.
simple names. Greg didn't even have names.
I just had concepts.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Joe wasn't just handing out 10s to everybody except Robert.
I know,
10
right?
out of 10. 2015.
I mean, I like that
Well-
Albert's story was like a continuation of his last story.
Oh, wait to the next one. Now it's on the main
Skyrim was
story.
good.
That was the sequel. Next
Now,
one.
now, Joe.
What?
Oh, wait, I forgot one key thing, right? One key thing. Okay, so another thing. While Saito was in Babylon, he met the sisters of that string fate, and they told him two things. One was that he needed to make choice of either chaos, death, or tranquility and peace. Another thing that they said was that his son will lead into a great war or to lead to world's doom and domination
Oh,
or
shit.
damnation.
So he's gonna bring peace or
Yes,
bullshit
his
or
son.
shit.
His son. His son is the main story.
Oh damn, that's season 3. That's the new arc.
Yes, Silver. That's
The
the
son.
kid. That's the kid that splits into six.
That's the kid.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right, well that's the kid. Then I guess you know.
So it's a 9 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a tie, I guess, because this is a competition.
Yeah.
Where's Brandon?
Silver.
Oh no, wait.
We
Yeah,
Silver
Greg, you're in
can
first, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go kill myself.
Albert and Brandon are
I'm
tied for
back.
second.
I'm really
Wait, Joe,
shitty.
didn't you say?
I'm not doing this anymore. Fuck you guys. I'm gonna be a judge.
I
tomorrow.
gave
Be
Brandon
judged.
story a 9 and shit, and you know, like, just.
Okay,
Alright,
wait.
Silver, go.
Okay, wait. So you make
Just you.
football game mines of 9. What about you, Joe?
I feel drop out. I just know tie. I dropped out.
I like. I like your story, its continuation, all that. I got a little confused, but
Apparently, I got 2
He couldn't
nines.
follow it, so he gave you an 8.
yeah. But I will give you a 9.
It's your fault. That I can't.
All right, it's
understand
my
it.
fault that I couldn't like fucking remember which names are names.
Ichi
Alright,
got.
fine. Give it a 9.
Wait, so Ichi's the mother of the kid, right?
I guess. Sure, why
Ah,
not?
yeah.
So the kid is the.
I have this problem in anime too. Like they'll be like Silver will mention some character name, and I'll be like, who?
You just gotta remember from like
The
the,
dude
boob
with
size
the weird
or-
hair, and I'm like, oh, that guy.
Yeah,
All
hey.
right, yeah.
All right, so Greg's
the
in
boobs
first,
are hairy.
Albert Brandon tied second.
I usually.
No. There's no tie second. I drop out.
What? You can't drop out of a competition
Twitter,
you already
Brandon.
put in.
Yeah,
The
nah,
story
I
was
can't.
good.
They call it F6.
Yeah, I don't know what you're like. I don't
You
understand.
already-
Call it F6.
you already
That's
submitted.
the exact
Yeah,
definition of
I
submitted
don't
your
even know.
story.
I don't even understand why you're getting all mad, Brandon. Like your story was good. I don't understand.
Story's
like,
ass. All my stories is fucking
it-
ass.
It's not
It was
no.
literally.
Man, just because it didn't.
God fucking damn it.
Just
It was
'cause you
literally.
didn't-
It's literally top 5.
Yeah,
Man,
just
just
because
because you got 1 point less does not make it shit, you dumbass.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ. I'm gonna judge next time. Judge Brandon.
Brandon.
We still
Alright.
gotta find out the things.
Fucking
Yeah,
shit.
what's top
I
Alright.
bet Silver Story
Nine.
got fucking
Look,
love,
Silver's like
fucking-
story could be
fucking
totally shit.
action,
You know,
all that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get a-
Silver
oh
Story
my-
has not even missed
he could
that.
get a 7. You know,
Silver already
or
fucking
worse,
beat me.
a 2. You know,
Maybe.
Like, you know,
You don't know, Brandon.
yeah, you don't know.
Fucking
Silver Story could be
hasn't
total
happened yet.
shit.
Silver.
Yeah,
Silver.
if it's super
First Call of
complicated,
Duty,
you
now
still can't
this.
follow it.
Speaking
I
of
can
Silver-
follow complicated. I just can't
Okay,
follow
wait.
names. I was
Thing is-
like,
First
Yeah,
Call of Duty.
follow
do
it.
I'm
again.
back.
Shit.
Thing is, two things.
Gonna go
right?
slit my-
if we
my
were
wrists.
to like have to write our stories, it would be at least better.
Well, write
Oh,
your
writing
story.
it out will make it way.
Yeah,
I
gotta
write
mine.
my
I
story out,
forgot.
but like I.
It was,
Fucking.
I
it
wrote
was a
some of it
linear
up.
storyline to mine, and I fucked it up.
I know, right? Me too. But like when you say your story, you forget like almost everything.
Why
Yeah,
don't
it's
you
just
write
gone.
it?
Yeah, that's
Why
why you
don't
have
you
to
never
write
write
written.
it?
That's why
Fucking shit. I
earlier
wrote
today
like
was
half
writing
my
stuff.
story down, nigga.
I gotta study. I can't
Still
be writing.
ass.
I can't be writing stuff on notebooks because I need that space for.
You have a
You know,
computer.
shit. I don't like typing.
Yeah,
Typing
me
is like
neither.
gross.
I like to write too. Get
So moving on.
another notebook, Greg, and be like,
I gotta
Like
my
okay,
story.
no.
I'm actually
Thing is,
nervous for my story now.
in my like original story that I totally forgot about. It was supposed to be like the main guy versus like the main chick, the main guy taking Armageddon's side because of what they did to her. They fucking humans.
Disqualified. Disqualified.
Silver's
Too
done.
complicated.
But like when I was saying my
Oh,
story, I
show
just like
me what you
completely
got.
forgot.
Telling you, Silver Story had plot. Fucking.
All right, we're doing
Let's
it.
hear it.
Silver.
Go
Roll
ahead, Silver.
together.
All right,
Alright,
Silver,
together.
here you go. Do drum roll.
Show me
Better
what
in
you got.
minds in every single
Show
way.
me what you
I
got.
got a fucking
Simplify
8
it.
and a 9, and I'm fucking last
Simplify it.
place.
He don't got
Mine's
I,
is okay. Listen, let me just start by saying that mine's is simplified. It's linear, very linear. It's actually
10 out of 10.
short. Like, it's
like
actually
it's like Call of Duty story linear, you know. Like,
I was gonna start
Skyrim
off.
with guns.
I was I was actually gonna start off by saying that this could be like one of those shorter animes where it's like it's
Oh,
12
episodes?
12
12
episodes.
episodes.
Yeah, something like
Those
that.
are the best.
12 or like
I already like
or,
it.
or it could even be just one movie and that's it. Like
Oh
one anime.
shit.
Yeah.
or two.
Damn, already better in mine. Go ahead.
All right, let me start by saying that my story also involves Satan.
You guys are a bunch of fucking copying off each
no,
other and
no,
shit. At least
like,
my story was original. Fucking
I mean,
it's not
Greg.
Greg's story didn't have
still
Satan
ass
in it.
though.
Alright, I don't know how mine's gonna go because I kind of get to like the halfway point, and then the last half is more like generalized.
Okay.
Well, let's hear it. Go ahead and start it up.
Anyways, so it would start off with, it's like this is not supposed to be accurate to like the stories or whatever. It's not meant to be. It's meant to be its own thing.
Fucking
Or whatever.
get to it.
To the movie.
I have to say this because then in the middle of it, Joe's gonna be like, sorry.
Yeah, Joe includes
voice
everything he does.
No, I'm not gonna interrupt anybody in your story. If you want me to interrupt Brandon, your time thing story, I'm just joking. And then Greg,
like watching
he
the
had
whole
a-
I know
thing.
it's ass.
Okay,
Like
Greg,
fucking.
Greg's
Ah.
story was on like a plate, and I'm like, plans don't form on plates.
Shut up, Joe.
No, it's not a planet. See,
No,
it's just
no,
a.
no.
You know,
That's not how
Can I-
universe work.
What the
All
fuck
right,
is
Greg.
going on here,
God.
man?
there was. It's not a universe, man.
Yes, it
No,
is.
It's not a universe, man.
Come on. Thing is, Brendan.
It's a plate.
Brendan, your story was more like sci-fi than like actual fantasy. That
No,
was
it
the
Big ass
had-
problem
plate.
that I had with it.
It had it didn't have sci-fi.
What's the definition of fantasy,
Yeah,
Albert?
wait, what? No, like sci-fi.
Fantasy
is
was
like
a
in
broad
space.
statement.
He had a big ass dragon that had.
Great.
Yeah,
steampunk
wait.
Have
wings.
dragons.
Yeah,
he had
Greg-
dragons and magic. That's fantasy.
Yeah, Greg
Okay.
Greg didn't even have anything in.
Yeah, I didn't even have
sci-fi.
gravity. You don't even know if
Oh,
gravity
He didn't even
existed.
have
on Earth.
gravity.
Everybody's qualified.
You don't know.
10's for everybody.
It could have been based on. It could have been based on how
Okay,
much
Silver,
essence
sir.
you have. Maybe you
Sorry.
can fly if you have a lot of essence.
All right, so I wrote it down. The part that I wrote down. Anyways, so the story starts off with, like God and in heaven, and with Lucifer, and it starts off with Lucifer betraying God,
Hey, yo, God, he's talking about you. What?
and then
That's basically what happened to
Yeah,
Lucifer.
right?
I guess.
It's accurate.
But in this story, Lucifer takes control of God's consciousness and like body, like he possesses him.
Yo, that's a
So
mean
now-
upgrade.
So that.
We.
Anyways, so he fucking they're one now. They're one being, but with Lucifer's consciousness. So like
Yo, I
he's in
need
control.
popcorn.
And after shut up, making me feel like shit now. Anyways, after
Oh my god.
Albert fell.
R.I.P.
Albert fell down.
Albert fell back on his chair.
Gravity betrayed Albert.
Gravity
Yeah.
betrayed Albert.
He didn't
Young
have enough
Lucy.
essence, man.
It
Should have
had
had more
essence,
essence.
bro.
Yeah, you would have stayed
Who would
closer
have
to the ground.
survived? What the
Yeah,
fuck
you
is
would have.
gravity to fucking? See, that story has fucking forms and shit. What's up
Yeah,
with
see, I
that?
didn't even have fucking.
Gravity.
Yeah,
The fuck is gravity?
it had its own
All right,
Plates.
plane
It
of
had
all right,
existence.
plates.
guys. We
Buffet.
need to get back to some
It's a
stories.
buffet plate. It's a big
The-
buffet plate with two sides.
One that had the dark meat. One that had the light meat. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Alright, go ahead.
Anyways, so after being possessed, this new being, this fusion, is confronted by the archangel Michael, who understands what happened. He knows that Lucifer has taken over God, that he is possessed him. So Michael, he sees that, and they're going back and forth talking about like why would he do that? Like this is not right. And Lucifer saying that he did it because fucking whatever. He's greedy. He's full of sin. He's become the embodiment of evil and sin, and he did it because that follows his character or whatever. So then they fight, and obviously the Lucifer beats the shit out of Michael, and he ends up smiting him down towards Earth. And he plummets, and he just like smacks the ground. A crater forms around him, and he's fucked up. And now, this is very little written afterward. Michael, now lying in a crater with his wings broken, because, with the impact, he, braced himself with his wings to break the fall slightly. He starts to lose, hope, as his mind is flooded with questions. Like, what happens now? How do I defeat him and save God? And things like that. And just before losing consciousness, he notices a silhouette approaching in the distance from the right. And it's then that he realizes, and I have in quotes here is what he says in his mind, of course, what better to defeat the combination of good and evil than the very thing that embodies such a mixture, humans. And then that's the end of all I have written. But the general thing after that is that afterwards he's that person who was there, who saw him and walked towards him, takes him to a hospital or whatever, or treats him and treats his wounds and stuff like that and his wings. And eventually Michael leaves, and he goes around, traveling around, basically recruiting humans. But he recruits specifically more so good-willed humans than bad ones, because for obvious reasons. But he gets specifically the ones that are supposed to die at the moment. So there's one specifically where it's a woman who was in a car accident, she crashes, and she should be dead, but instead he prolongs her life so that she can, because she still has one final fight that she has to accomplish. Right? She needs to help him bring God's consciousness back and get rid of Lucifer, because what's really going to happen with a dead person if God isn't there? They're just going to be either they're going to be in hell, which doesn't exist yet because Lucifer is controlling God, or they're just going to be in limbo. So either way, they're going to need to help. They're going to need to help Michael defeat Lucifer. And so he goes around recruiting these humans, and because they're the only things that they're the closest thing that match what this new being is, because it's good and evil, and humans are pretty much good and evil, all rolled into one creature. And he recruits more and more. He gets several of them, not too many, but he recruits several of them, and eventually they get to a point where they confront God, well, possessed God, and they defeat him somehow. But in defeating him, in doing so, it's almost in he believes he has to kill that being, in order to save God. So in doing so, it's pretty much a sin, which makes Michael lose his halo and wings, and he basically gives up his form as an angel. After he defeats this god, whatever, and that's basically the end of that. But I did want to say that there's some things I had a brainstorm jotted down, was that the combination of this good and evil, the God and Lucifer, is known as Satan, the combination. Um, and then I put Satan is obviously much more powerful than God or Lucifer because it's the combination of the two. And angels are the embodiment of pure good, and devils are the embodiment of pure evil, which is why humans are able to stand up to a creature that is both. And also that this idea was was built on another idea I had like maybe 1 or 2 years ago. It was a song. It was like listening to a song. I was thinking of a music video for that song, and this was built on that. And I was gonna say, if anything, we're going to watch together, and I can show you guys the song, and then explain some of like the lyrics or like the parts and like where things will happen in that song, or whatever. And that would be like the OST, I guess. Yeah.
That was good.
It was short. Because I had started writing.
That was
Well,
pretty
I started
short.
doing it. I know.
Yeah.
I started doing it in Thursday, and I put a little bit of it in Thursday, and then today I put more when I spent like 2 hours doing this. But yeah, it was short. That's why I said it was
I
like
give it an
maybe a
8.
short series or a movie.
I'm just giving it an 8.
Would Joe give it an 8?
Yeah.
Whoa. What was wrong with it, Joe?
What are you what are you talking
In fact,
about?
Supposed to be judges.
It was
Yeah.
only a beginning.
Yeah, it was only the beginning. I mean, like he had some good going, but then like he didn't and then he had to write. He just quickly rushed the rest
Well,
of
it's
what
not
he
that I
wanted the
quickly rushed
story.
the rest of it. It's just that
But it was simple.
Well, you
I
didn't put
had the
enough
whole-
time into it. Like that's
Yeah,
the
because
thing.
I was thinking of it early today, and then you guys were like, "Oh, let's play Black Ops," and I was like, "All
Well,
right."
you should have been like, no, fuck you guys. I gotta work on my story. I'm
You gotta work
silver.
on the story that's
Yeah,
not
but you know,
gonna
I'm
be the
lazy.
same.
I don't want to write.
See, then that's your fault.
Yes, it.
I'd
I didn't
rather
write
play,
either.
rather play Black Ops.
So Greg wins.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like Greg's like, yeah.
Joe, get the ukulele.
This is Royan's song. I don't know. I have any lyrics.
Win song.
Yeah.
Win song.
Win song. Yeah, yeah.
Not victory song.
Win song.
Win song.
Win song.
All right.
Win song.
GG.
So now
I'd write that in my English notebook.
So doesn't Greg get to pick the next the genre or whatever?
Oh, I gotta pick. All right, hang
Oh,
on.
wait, no. If I was thinking we randomize it.
Yeah, we gotta do it on a randomizer, right?
Oh, doing randomizer. All right. Well, did anybody
wait,
save
picked
the
last time.
giant list
Oh,
of
no.
like genres?
how come he can't pick if he won?
Well, that's cheating, man.
I like
Who
that
Hacks.
Ooh-wee.
because it's like a prize since you don't really win shit for putting in
Yeah.
all that
Okay. So
effort.
Greg.
Well, I want you guys respect
Yeah, Greg.
stuff.
Pick.
Pick a genre.
Yeah, pick a
Yeah.
genre.
Ooh-wee.
It's
Ooh,
genre or
that's
a
not
theme.
a genre.
Anything you want, and the story should be based on
Yeah.
for this week.
Hang on, I'm gonna look up a list of genres.
Hello?
Genres.
Hello.
Yeah.
Is it me you're looking for?
My mic wasn't working for a second, so I couldn't curse you out.
Non-fic.
Oh shit, that's a lot of genres.
Yeah, there's a lot of genres in anything.
Oh man, ooh-wee.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Country.
fucking
We're gonna.
Maya.
Can I pick two genres?
Uh.
Like a combo genre?
What would they be?
Well, I'm not gonna say it yet. I gotta think about it.
Maybe.
If you pick a combo of genres, that would make it a little bit easier to write a story. It wouldn't be
Okay.
as broad.
If you pick a combo genre, does that mean that it has to be both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Has to have aspects of both. I
Both,
guess.
yeah. That makes sense.
Let's see. We're gonna pick a.
I might have time to make a story this week.
Who's gonna be the judge then? It'll be all Brandon.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
No, Meatball.
I give up.
Make a story, Meatball.
Listen, nigga, I'm judge.
I'm not good with
I'm official
stories.
judge.
I can't.
Meatball, if you can make a story, make
Cause
one.
Bam
That'd be good.
stories are terrible.
Okay, if I can make one, I'll make one.
Okay, let's see.
Your music brings me inspiration, Joe. I already got a story
Hold on.
about Joe.
Alright, we're gonna. Alright, I can
My
pick two,
Joe.
right?
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna go action etchy.
Oh my God! Come
Okay,
on.
Okay, I like this.
What the fuck is
wait.
Action
etchy?
and
Not
etchy.
etchy. Come
Wait,
on,
no,
man.
no,
Like,
Yeah.
Etchy is just like
Wait,
suggested.
time out. Wait.
Anyway, I'm not even playing what I'm
Greg
talking about. Yeah, you guys do that.
Action etchy.
Wait, time out. Alright, is it me and Greg's side?
Isn't
Are
one?
we tied? Judges?
I can't hear over the ukulele.
oh,
What?
yeah, they were tied.
Oh shit.
Alright, so Greg.
Oh,
Alright,
wait,
I'll
wait.
pick one and you pick one, right?
Oh
Or-
wait, what?
Ooh,
Or we flip a coin.
There was
Randomly.
no tie except for second place.
Oh,
No,
shit.
Joe gave me
No,
a nine.
remember it was Joe gave him an 8 at first, and then you gave him a 9, and then when Albert said it was like, oh, I forgot to mention this one thing, and then Joe was like, oh,
Yeah,
9.
plus it was my fault that I didn't pay attention. I couldn't comprehend the names.
You can change scores.
I don't
Well, you
know.
made a good point. You were like,
guys are
oh,
judges.
Joe,
Yeah,
you
you guys are
didn't.
judges, so.
No, like you made a good point that like it's my fault that I couldn't like follow along his story, and I thought it was good. You know, it's,
Everybody gets a 10.
it's
10
9.
out of
So
10.
anyway,
You're a
they're,
dick.
Yeah,
they're both tied. So yeah, if they want,
Alright.
they can each pick a genre. And
Alright, I'll
Okay.
pick. Alright, Albert. I'm going etchy all
oh
the
my
way,
God,
so you gotta
not
pick it now.
fucking etchy, man. Like God.
It's etchy, man.
I like
You gotta
it.
grab a tit.
That's
And
it's really hard to
You
pick.
gotta grab
I
a
know.
you
I
gotta
how,
bump into
okay.
the chick and
Yeah,
grab her
how
tit.
am I good? Yeah. Oh my God.
I like this.
By
I might
complete
actually make a story.
You gotta actually make it.
Alright, Albert, what's your genre?
My genre. Let's make it. Let me open another tab.
It's like mystery, SG mystery, which is really weird.
So I'll fucking
Who
destroy
grabbed my tip?
everybody in mystery.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm not gonna fucking destroy you all in
Dark.
mystery.
You
You're gonna
gotta,
I think
you gotta
Albert
find
would be
out who
awesome
grabbed her
at this.
tit and shit. Like it's like in.
let's
I
go.
grabbed the tit.
No,
Okay.
I grabbed the
So
tit.
okay,
but it's like-
time out. Okay, so your story must have one of these two, which is etchy, and I'll go with.
Oh, it needs to have both.
Yeah, it's
Right?
gotta have both. It's gotta have both.
Combo.
Yeah.
Combo.
Oh, okay. Oh, both?
Yeah.
Okay. Etchy. I want one that like will
like
continue
Food
on
Wars.
with my story. I want one that will continue on with my story.
Fucking this. nigga.
I know, right? Fuck.
How are you
right?
not losing points because of this? How you fucking
We
milking
didn't
the
say you
same
can't reuse
shit?
anything.
Yeah, we didn't say you couldn't.
Fucking fuck you guys, alright?
He
Anyway,
has
I'm not even
different-
playing.
he
I'm a
has
judge. I don't even
different
want to say
You're a
seasons,
judge.
like-
Hey, guys,
Oh,
I'm a judge.
okay.
Go ahead.
Got this right now.
Yeah.
Got this right now.
I don't know
was
why
gonna
I'm complaining. I'm a
okay,
judge. I'm not even
thing
supposed to write a story.
Thing is, I was gonna pick Supernatural at first, but that's basically kinda like fantasy. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this better. Tragedy.
Tragedy?
Tragedy and etchy?
Yep.
That's a horrible. No, come on. Come on.
Oh,
Someone eject to
that's
this.
a little weird.
okay.
Like,
I
oh my
eject- yeah, that's
God,
a weird-
Big
that's like- no
Moose
one's gonna make
McGee
up that
died. Like,
Okay, fine.
But at least I cop a feel.
Yeah, right. I'm
Right?
gonna grow up
That's
her
fucking
dead
weird.
body
You know
at
what I
the
can
open
think about that
casket.
is
You know,
like,
like
maybe. Oh well, that would just give away my story. But yeah, pick another thing.
Fine.
Yeah, I don't
Let's go with. I don't know what's the difference between fantasy and supernatural. Like,
Supernatural is like,
real
Voodoo
world type
stuff.
thing.
yeah, aliens, voodoo,
Gross stuff.
gross.
The slime,
Gross, nasty, and
shit.
spooky,
People-
scary,
Yeah,
Okay, so
skeletons.
listen. Supernatural is things that you hear in real life where like, oh, Bigfoot
Ghosts-
exists and things
ghosts
like
and
that.
shit,
Ghosts
too.
exist.
okay, then let's go with supernatural then.
Supernatural and etchy.
That, you can do that. That's pretty.
Got
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right.
So I just gotta do like.
If I was writing a story,
and thanks
I
to
was
Greg,
on Pornhub. And
Just-
look up a
just-
hentai.
Yeah, next
just
If
Who
I
grabbed
was
my
writing a
tit,
story.
though?
I'm
That's
not writing a
what-
story.
What's
Anyway.
etchy? So I mean, you don't see the tits.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you
know
could
you
see
get-
the tits.
I just edited that part out though. I
Just
was
not
just
the
like,
vagina.
It's
that
the
part out.
concept of the tits.
Yeah, the
No,
concept.
you can see
of those
the
titties.
tits in an etchy, but just not the vagina.
Some
True.
issues, I guess.
You
I
can
got
get
a
outlines
concept
of the
of
You can't
a
even see
woman.
fucking The vagina and the fucking hentai
And
shit censored all
freaking
the time.
and freaking what was it?
Well, that's 'cause of
Magi.
Japan.
Pixelated pussy.
Magi, remember you got to see that one anime chick's tits, and then never ever again you saw any tits? Like it was really weird. Remember
It
Silver?
was really weird.
What, Magi?
Yeah, remember?
Oh yeah, she had nipples.
That
and
was
then they
really
cut her
weird.
nipples.
And then they never showed it again, like ever. Like, wait, why did they show it in the first place? That's weird.
It's Japan, man. Japan.
I think Crunchyroll just wasn't having it. They were like, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to.
Ease up on the
I don't think it was
tits.
Crunchyroll because I don't think Crunchyroll really cares. I think it was like the guys who like the people on the TV who made it, like the anime. So like, all right, guys. I mean,
Yeah, because
Alright,
that's
come on, guys.
Well,
it has to go up on
we'll
there.
let you roll with this one episode, all right? But like, you're gonna have to put some
One
like,
tip per season.
yeah,
It happened in high school.
You're gonna have to
that.
put some titty tassels on her, all right? Like, damn,
She had chains.
titty
Like
chain,
the
titty tassel
the one that was
chains,
connected to her
whatever.
like her neck.
Well, yeah, whatever. She dominates. Anyway,
Couldn't see her
Oh,
nipples.
that bitch was weird.
All right, supernatural etchy.
Tune in
Alright,
next
that's
week.
Next week. Yeah.
For some freaky.
I'm not
fun.
gonna be writing a story though. You'll be came here for Bam
Freaky
stories.
software.
Worst time
You're-
ever.
If you come next week for Bam stories, you're gonna be very disappointed. 'Cause Bam stories no longer exist. Call my stories our ass.
Band stories.
all right, bye
Damn
guys.
stories, K.
Bye. Everybody say bye.